Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to another fabulous episode of Exit Strategy Radio Show. Guys, hey, y'all know who I am, don't you? I'm Colin Millett, broker owner of Exit Realty Low Country Group in beautiful North Charleston, South Carolina. Y'all got all of that. Y'all know it. Y'all know it. So, guys, we're going to have a fabulous show today, guys. We have tapped into, quote unquote, our community to bring some information to you from right on the other side of the bridge, guys. We went to East Cooper over there, and we have Lyndsi and Anna from East Cooper Community Outreach with us here today. Tell us about their programs and what they do. Lyndsi and Anna, hey, how are you?
Hi, we're good. Thank you for having us.
You're quite welcome. You're quite welcome. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedules to be on this show with us today. So, guys, first and foremost, please introduce yourselves, respectively. And then let's kind of jump into what it is you guys do and what you guys do to serve our community.
Sure. Well, I'm Lyndsi Holst. I'm a Client Navigator and ADP Coordinator here at ECCO. ADP stands for Asset Development Program, which I'm sure we'll talk more about later.
Yeah.
And I'm Anna Black. I'm also a Client Navigator and ADP Coordinator at ECCO.
Awesome. So for our listeners that don't know, so guys, I've worked with your organization a few times over the years, but East Cooper Community Outreach. So you refer to it and everybody calls it ECCO.
Yeah.
What do you guys do?
Yeah, so we really offer wraparound services to our neighbors in need. We have a free clothing closet, a food pantry, emergency rental and utility, etc., financial assistance, medical and dental for our uninsured neighbors, and then some financial stability programs such as our ADP program. Did I miss anything?
No, I don't think so. And the nice thing about our services too, as far as food and clothing is concerned, neighbors, clients, they can come monthly to get all of those things.
Awesome. And, so I've been on, guys, I've been back to back on shows here, recording. I just recorded a show with the most popular real estate investor in America, Dewan. I just got off a show with her. We're talking about, our calling, about the things that we're required to do to give back and all that stuff. And your organization does that. Tammy Bonnell, you guys don't know her, but for our listeners, guys, Tammy Bonnell is the CEO and co-chair of Exit Realty Corp International. And she says this thing, and it resonates with me, that we should be all humans becoming. We're not human beings, we're human becoming. So what are you becoming? So you guys are fundamentally, what it is that we all should be becoming with your neighbors. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. So this ADP program, let's talk about it.
So ADP, formerly it was the IDA program, Individualized Development Account. ECCO became involved with this program in 2012. We partnered with the South Carolina Association for Community and Economic Development. That year, there were all these surplus SNAP funds that our state didn't use, and they were able to roll those into assets for independence funding. And we developed the statewide IDA program. So participants are welcome to enroll. It's a savings match program. So they save $1,000 in a special bank account, and then it's matched with $3,000. So they'll have a total of $4,000 towards the asset of their choice. The asset choices that were funded by the program are home, business, and education. And in 2020, that federal grant ended. ECCO used all of the funds that were awarded to us. We put through, I think, 36 people over the course of those years through that program. And we decided that even though the federal funds were ending, we just felt like this was such an important program. We didn't want to see it, and we didn't want to see it die with the federal funding for it. So we have taken the last 2 years to kind of regroup, decide which of those federal guidelines do we think are important and want to keep, and which ones would we like to never talk about ever again? And kind of how can we make this program our own and best serve, our clients and neighbors. This is a tri-county program now, so it serves Charleston, Berkeley, and Dorchester County. We just relaunched. We're meeting with people each week to get them involved. We're sticking with the business, home, and education for right now. And we are sticking with the 3-to-1 savings match. So all of that staying the same.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I've worked with you guys. You've serviced a number of clients over the years that I've assisted with, purchasing a home.
Mhm.
And one of the things and challenges that most of them have, obviously, well, let me say that, reframe that differently. We're talking about affordable housing, low moderate income buyers. They're extremely challenged, overall. I mean, most low moderate income buyers are, on an extremely tight budget. They, work, they spend pretty much everything just to live, if you will. Car payments, gas, obviously, that's a whole
Yeah.
other thing. Because it seemed like now when you go to slide your card at the pump, you need to be given a blood sample and a bunch of other stuff. Then they're gonna tap into your arm while you got the pump over here, so they're getting blood from you while you over here trying to pump gas. I know that's what we're going to, but they're extremely challenging. You guys make it possible. You know what I'm saying? So first of all, thank you. I should have started with that. First, I need to let people know what you do, because I know what you do. But thank you for what it is that you do. Thank you for your commitment to serve in the community, because your service is needed. So your program, as you may mention, is a 3-1 match, correct?
Yes.
Now, is there a cap on that? So is it a cap of just up to a 3-1, up to $1,000 for the individual, 3 for you?
That's right. For now, it is. That's something we could be flexible in the future, but with the funding that we were able to get in order to relaunch, where it's capped, the highest match you can get is $1,000, 3-to-1. So for a total of 4,000.
Okay. So you guys seek to serve obviously as many families, as you can, obviously, but what is your goal for, let's say, for this calendar year of 2022? What is your goal for this calendar year as far as the number of families that you love to serve?
Yeah. So I'll say for ADP first, we are looking for 10 graduates within 6 months, and
Awesome.
that will go through each year. And then as far as ECCO is concerned as a whole, we serve, I believe the number is around or over 900 households and families.
That's huge.
Yeah,
That's
we're
awesome.
happy to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And the special thing too about ADP and ECCO as a whole is it's really not only are we serving neighbors, but like we said earlier, it's neighbors helping neighbors, and we're just really poured into by the community and donors and everything.
Awesome. Awesome. That's huge. Because that's a lot of families every year for you guys to be touching and otherwise influencing. I talk about on occasion, so I usually every year I have a word. Like that is everything that I do is going to be centered or focused around that. The word is going to be the center of whatever it is. And, it's been a fishing, it's been a number of other things over the years. But this year, my word is impact. It's about making an impact on the people and the community that we serve. And you guys are doing that. You're making an impact on 900 families. And, that's huge, because now you're setting yourself up to allow those families financial freedom and independence. Helping someone get into a home, assisting with closing costs or down payment. That is a huge economic differentiator for that family versus the family of a renter. So again, thank you so much for guys for what you do. So let's kind of go further into that. What are some of the other programs that you guys do that really, that you focus on the housing side?
Yeah, so I would say like our financial assistance program is very heavily involved with housing, keeping people in their homes. We do mortgage assistance, rental assistance. That's such a barrier. The families we serve are 250% or below the federal poverty guidelines. in general. So one little hiccup could get them behind a month in their mortgage, and then they cannot get caught up at that point. So our financial assistance program is heavily involved in that. And then we partner with Increasing Hope Financial
Mhm.
Training in North Charleston for pretty much all of our other financial literacy stuff. So for the ADP program specifically, circling back a little, there are required educational components to the class. So everybody that goes through it will go to Increasing Hope for like a basic budgeting
Mhm.
101 class. And then we have asset specific training that they do. We love partnering with other agencies in the community because we don't have to be the ones that do it all. We want to really send our clients to the experts. So like if someone's going through for small business, we partner with the Small Business Development Center for their training. Education, we partner with the Educational Opportunity Center at Trident Tech for that training.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So you talked about also utility assistance in the current climate. That is something that a lot of people are challenged with, need help with. So you guys offer utility assistance as well?
Yeah, we have a general financial assistance program, and we really want to meet people where they are. So we try not to box it in too much. We don't limit it to only utilities, rent, mortgage. If, you know, your phone bill is the most important thing that you need to get paid this month that you can't pay, we will consider helping with that if you qualify. Or really, I mean, any bill. We don't put any limits on that.
Awesome, awesome. So look, with this we're wow, have come snuck right up on our break here, guys. So I want to before the break, and when we come back from the break, we're gonna do this again. But if you don't mind, let people know how to reach you. They need assistance, guys. You need help. You need to reach out to ECHO, East
Yeah.
Community Outreach. So how can they reach you?
The best way would be to visit our website, which is echocharleston.org, eccocharleston.org. You can find all of our contact information and applications for specific programs.
Awesome, awesome. So Lyndsi, Anna, hold tight. We're gonna take a quick breath. For our listeners, guys, flip the flapjack. Y'all know what I say. Find that syrup, pour it on it, and look at y'all collar because your boy come through and get some breakfast this morning. And let's take a break, and we're gonna be right back. Congratulations to Exit Realty Low Country Group's Realtor of the Week, none other than Jessica Collins. You can reach Jessica Collins at 843-568-7299 or text Jess to your nest. That's JESS, the number 2, YOURNEST, Jess to your nest, to 85377. You guys give Jess a holler now. Guys, we are back. Second segment, Exit Strategy Radio Show. Hey, I'm your host, Colin J. Millette, broker and owner of Exit Realty Low Country Group in beautiful North Charleston, South Carolina. Hey, if it's your first time listening to this show, you are in for a treat. Our mission here is very simple. That is to empower our community through financial literacy and real estate education. Guys, that is what we do. We legacy build. That is what we do. And guys, today we're very, very, very honored to have with us from ECHO. So I know it is ECHO. Y'all don't know who that is. That is East Cooper Community Outreach, guys. Low, that's 4 letters. East Cooper Community Outreach. We have Lyndsi and Anna from that group. They're here with us today, guys. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedules to have a conversation with us on there.
Thanks for having us.
We're glad to be here.
Awesome, awesome. So before the break, guys, we were talking about the programs and things that are available. So I want to reframe this. If you missed the first segment, you're just picking up now. Maybe you're coming in, in the middle of the commercial or whatever and trying to figure out what the show is about. Guys, we want to let you know there's help available. So I want to start with what we ended with and kind of work ourselves back a little bit on some of the programs that East Cooper Community Outreach does. Their neighbors. They're helping their neighbors, helping neighbors. That's what they're doing. So we're talking about the assistance program, financial assistance program that can be used for help with paying your utilities, help with paying any other bill that's necessary, all those kind of things. So Lyndsi, Anna, if you don't mind, can you please explore and expound on that once again for our listeners?
I'll let you take this one.
Okay. This is so for financial assistance, kind of just a recap of what we do. Again, we help with food, clothing. We have a free medical clinic here, free dental clinic here as well. And we also assist with financial assistance. So if anyone is in need of rent, mortgage, utility payments, or if there's something outside of the box and they're just not able to pay the bill due to loss of income or an unexpected expense, because we understand things just pop up and sometimes it's like a snowball effect where one thing happens and the next thing happens. And so we understand that and we are here for that and able to help in any way that we're able to.
Awesome. Awesome. So again, thank you so much for sharing that. So, your matching program, which is, used towards down payment assistance and closing costs or what have you, that is also a program and requires an enrollment. And how long is that program? You say you guys have graduates. So how long is that program as far as financial literacy and coaching that go along with it?
It's a 6-month program, so it takes 6 months to complete the program.
Awesome. Awesome. So guys, if you are, someone who's looking to purchase a home, please go to the website. You guys drop that right before the break. We'll have you drop that here again for our listeners. Please make sure you guys go and explore and look. A lot of times people are struggling. You don't know how you're going to come up with down payment, or maybe you're not ready. So, East Cooper, in partnership with Increasing Hope, they are, they put together a program to help you walk through those phases and stages towards home ownership. We're looking forward, hopefully, to having the director, Dorothea from over there. We love her, from Increasing Hope, on with us here soon as well. I actually happened to catch her in a restaurant recently. I said, "Hey, I emailed you."
She's like, "Oh man."
So we're extremely excited to hopefully have her on here real soon as well, because they got some good stuff going on there. Grand opening.
The Opportunity Center.
Opportunity Center, exactly.
Beautiful.
And that is massive. That is something that's been in her vision for quite some time. I think I remember her sharing that a number of years ago. I've known Dorothea for close to 10, 12 or so years, I think, give or take a little bit. And she's been talking about that for a long time. So the fruition, the manifestation of that vision has been dynamic and awesome to see. And so, again, you guys, what you do, in partnership, is of huge help. I've had clients last year, I believe it was, I had 2 sisters who both graduated from your program and in turn got financial assistance to help them to purchase their brand new home. That's massive. That's huge. So what other programs do you guys offer? What other things that you guys are doing that are making an impact within our community?
Yeah, I think we could definitely stand on our medical and dental clinics. Those have a huge impact on our community. They both serve uninsured individuals in the Tri-County area. The dental clinic really offers a scope of services: regular, preventative, and restorative cares, cleanings, fillings, x-rays, all of those things. Our medical clinic is the same. They can help you manage any illnesses or ongoing diseases that you have, and they also can refer out to other local specialists if you need a medical service that's not within the scope of what they offer in the office. Do you have anything to that?
No, I think that covers all of it. Like Lyndsi said, it's nice because as far as ECCO goes with food, clothing, financial assistance, things like that, you really have to live or work within 10 different zip codes that we have laid out on our website. But that's a lot. So you go to the website, look at it, I remember all of them. But for medical and dental, you really just have to live in the Tri-County area.
Yeah.
That's
and
huge.
we know it's such a, pillar. Like, we could offer this piece of this and this piece of that and this piece of this, but when they can all come together like that, that's what I love to see. Like, I love the example of like somebody coming into ECCO because they needed food or clothing, and we can help them move, through the sort of chain of everything to being in a place to do the ADP program and gain an asset that could change their life forever. The medical and dental are such an important part of that, because if your mouth's not healthy and your body's not healthy, at the end of the day, you don't care about, the other little things. It's hard to focus on all of those things. So,
What I heard in what you were talking, what you guys were saying, was you deal with the whole person. You start with that. So you start with health, you provide, assistance with clothing, you provide, emergency, rental and all those other things. You provide all of that as you work that person towards financial independence. That's amazing. That's amazing. You guys are doing a heck of a job over there.
can we ask you one question?
Please.
Okay. So, we serve home, business, and education. Those are the three assets. We are not able to enroll very many people for home ownership in the last year, because realistically, most of them aren't in a place where they would be able to purchase a home in this market that we have going on right now. What advice, if you could give, one of our participants that walks through the door wanting to do home ownership, any advice right now with everything that's going on with the housing market, what would you tell them?
So I'm going to answer the question, but I'm going to frame it. So I got to ask you a question in return.
Okay.
East Community Outreach is, you guys are not faith-based, but you're close enough to it. Am I correct?
Yes, that's absolutely correct.
So what I'm going to tell you first thing is always mindset. The first thing first, what you do, what I do and what you do is very similar. You take the individual, okay, look, we got to make you whole. We got to take your body, we got to get that right. We got to get your body clothed. We got to get you, into some shelter, make sure you stay there, and then we kind of work you forward. With me, I start with mindset. The reality is this: if you do not believe it is going to happen, if you look at every task or every situation as being overwhelmingly daunting or otherwise against you, you'll never achieve home ownership. There is a path forward. You just have to find it. It might not be this direction, it may be this. It might not be this direction, it may be this. But you have to find that path forward. And that means you have to be resilient, you have to be patient, you got to be resilient. And at times you got to, obviously having the right people in your corner is helpful. I always tell the story. I've sold properties. I had a lady one time, and this was a while ago on a short sale. I had several liens against the property that were preventing or hindering the sale. And every time I turned around, there was something new. My favorite, I love him to death, closing attorney, looked at me one day. As a matter of fact, I talked to him. I called him because I was stuck on something to have this paid before I could get this released. But they wouldn't release unless this was done. It was like, whack-a-mole. And he said to me, Colin, he said, you just need to give up on that. He said, you'll never get it done. And I said to him, I said, well, look, man, I said, I keep seeing light, so I'm going to keep going. And in turn, I did, and we got that transaction closed. We're able to convince, at the time, the IRS to release a lien before they receive payment. Like, what? So, mind blown. But on the other side, on the home purchase side, I remember I had a client, a lady that I helped. She was on Social Security, and she had a son on disability because she was his caretaker. Her documentable income was $1,100 a month, and we were able to put her in a home. And this home prices were lower. Don't get me wrong. So I won't say the home prices were as high as they are now. Home prices were lower, but interest rates were higher than what they are now, and we were able to help her get a home. So I referenced those two because it's all about belief and mindset. I believe we could get it done, and sought out creative ways to make it happen. In turn, you have to believe you can get it done, and in turn, you have to either be creative or work with people who are creative enough to figure out how to make it happen. So that's the first thing I would tell the people when they come in. One of my realtor friends, Bobette Fisher, her theme song, I forgot who sung it, but you may know who sung it. Her theme song is "Don't Stop Believing."
Mhm.
That's her theme song. That's her theme. And that is what is required in this market, in this climate, for low, moderate income buyers. So that fits you, our listeners. That is what's required. You have to be determined. You have to believe it's going to happen, even when everybody tells you it won't. When they tell you it won't happen, say, okay, you ain't got to curse them, because that's what we want to do. We want to curse them. You ain't got to curse them. You just turn, okay, thank you, turn, and keep going. So that's the first thing I would tell you folks coming in to answer your question.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you.
That's good.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And look, I like how you turn the show back on me. I love it.
I was not going to miss an opportunity to pick your brain a little bit about that while we had you.
Yeah, so 18 years of experience in this, and a majority of that time period, guys, I work with low, moderate income buyers. I mean, Origins, you familiar with Origins?
Mm-hmm.
They used to be Family Services.
Mm-hmm.
Their real estate division, I was a broker. I ran that company for years. So this was what I did. And in turn, I still do it. We just do it now differently on a different, moniker, if you will, different brand. But we're still committed to helping people achieve what to some is the impossible.
Yeah.
So and that's what you guys do. You guys could not show up. I know there's plenty of days you come in, and I was sharing this in a conversation yesterday, just referencing this Mike Tyson quote, because Mike Tyson said a number of years ago, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. Remember that? So I know some days you guys go to work and you get punched in the face.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like, what am I gonna do? But you guys keep showing up. So again, thank you so much for continuing to come in and do what you do. So is there anything else that you guys, definitely want to focus on or share with our listeners as we approach the end of today's show, that you believe will be extremely helpful or otherwise help to set them on the right path towards whatever their goals may be?
So I would definitely say if you live or work east of the Cooper River, definitely check us out. Look at our website, because you may be able to qualify for our services for the food, the clothing, possible financial assistance. And if you're Tri-County and you don't have medical or dental insurance, then look us out too, because you might be able to get into those clinics. And for ADP, if you're looking in the future to buy a home, first-time home buyer, or you have a small business, or you want to get one going, or you're ready to do higher education, then contact us. We would love to talk more with you about what your dreams look like.
Awesome. So you guys are like dream weavers. That's a good
You
one.
said we're what? Dreams what?
Dream
weavers.
Yeah, that's, you kind of just put all that stuff together, knit everything.
I love it. It's an honor to find out what people's dreams are and do what we can to, walk beside them while they pursue and achieve those dreams. It's a blessing.
Awesome. Well, again, ladies, thank you so much for what it is that you do. We really appreciate it. It is needed in our community. What we do here is, it's a work. It is a mission. It is, my firm belief, and I'll say this as we wrap up, my firm belief is that we're all given a life of service and service into others. That's what God called us and gave us the ability to do. My parable, I've been stuck on this for weeks, so I'm going to share it here as well, about the talents the Lord that left the talents with his servants. And in turn, two had taken the talents and invested them, and in turn gave their Lord a return. The latter took his talent and buried it in the sand and did nothing with it. God requires an ROI, a return on investment. Thank you so much for what it is you do in our community. Thank you for being a return unto God and serving your neighbors. Guys, where can people reach you at one more time?
ECCOCharleston.org. So ECCO Charleston.org. Call us. We'll pick up. Our phones always ring off the hook. We're here.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. For our listeners, guys, you know how we do it. You know what we do. You know why we do it. We do it to serve you. You know why? Because as I always tell you, I love you. I love you. I love you. And I'm going to see you guys out there in the streets. Y'all have a great day.
Thank you.